Hello everyone, welcome on back to Survival Challenge. Alright, so first things first, I want to get all the green beans and canned peas sold. And that is mainly because that production will be moving. Maybe today, maybe next month, it will be moving though. Because I have looked into why that wasn't working correctly. I mean, I can kind of show you what's not working correctly. It basically has a non-stop, infinite supply of green beans and peas. It does not go down. It's just basically giving me free product. And from what I can find, after a little bit of... I mean, I did resell or sell the one we had and buy it back just to try to see if that fixed it, and that, no. From what I can tell, from doing a little bit of research, just generally just Googling it, basically, and right away there's like numerous forums and Reddit articles or whatnot just about how if it's too close to silos or certain other productions... I think it's mainly silos. It'll just give it infinite materials almost. And it's not, from my understanding, it's not just a preserved food factory. I saw other people say they had it with like grain mills and stuff. It's the first time I've encountered this. But also, thinking back, I really haven't placed any productions right next to the silo, which even then, this isn't right next to it. So from what I understand, that is likely what is wrong. So I will be having to move it somewhere. I'm currently thinking probably by the sugar mill. This is what, 195,000? So that's why we're selling it. It was a fairly good price too, but kind of got to sell it to get it out of there. I'll have to probably look at how much I have of products too. This thing is, I don't know how much I've gotten for free in this time. So I'll probably just have to remember the 49,500 liters there, and then there's some spawned, but the 7,500 liters plus whatever is spawned for peas. Just in case they don't transfer over if I sell this one. Even though they're not really transferring to the production now. I would like to try to get this field limed and then planted today, and then do the canola harvest, I'm thinking. The oats are obviously ready too, and we're actually out of oats for the cereal, but I'd rather get the pursued food factory moved, and then it's just, you know, out of, it's not something I have to worry about then, it's just all taken care of, so that is kind of what I'm thinking at least. That way it's not a concern of mine then, it's just there. Yeah, I did like it up there too. I'm not sure what I'll put up in that area now. If anything, it's... yeah, I don't know. It's very unfortunate. It, from what I have seen, from what I've read at least, it seems to be a bug all the way back from FS22, from what I've heard at least. Obviously, first time I've had it, but obviously it's unfortunate that it has gone this long without seeing a patch or a fix to it at some point. But I don't know, maybe it's more difficult to get it, you know, a fix for it than you think, but I thought I did this recently, and it does actually look like I did. So maybe, did I get like that one spot in the middle? I don't know, maybe. But I do feel like I've done this recently. I might have checked the one spot that I wasn't good in. That would be my luck. Yeah, obviously, I mentioned it before. I believe Moss Valley was it after there was a rather buggy patch that there needs to be a little bit more testing at times, and clearly there's an issue with that, right? And it's been a long-term issue, and I didn't know it was this well known either. Because literally I Googled it, and the Google AI told me about the bug. Like, I didn't really have to go and search for it. It told me right away. Like, if that knows that there's an issue, then I would expect Giants would know by now, but I don't know. Like I said, there's definitely some things that should probably be improved on. Mainly stuff like that where it's basically a feature, and now people have to make sure they avoid to put productions too close to a silo. Trying to fit this in here. There we go. It's such a, it's a small thing too. It's not obviously it's not going to affect everyone. It's just going to affect the people who have a ton of productions. But if you have limited land, if you're putting one of those smaller productions that were introduced in 25, I would imagine that would have the same issue. So all of a sudden, if you have a small amount of space and it's right next to the silo, I don't know if I'd recommend placing it there. I mean, at the same time, obviously, if you don't care about it giving you free materials, and then, be my guest, but for a survival challenge, plus obviously YouTube series and everything, it is not something I would like to do. I'll probably buy a little bit more liquid. Otherwise, we probably have no seeds there. Plus what's in here. I haven't looked at the new expansion yet, even. Obviously, this video is coming out in probably be December, so yeah, probably a bit surprising. I haven't even looked at the new map. I haven't looked at any of that stuff yet. Obviously, there's not going to be a series on it, because like I mentioned a while ago, in I think Moss Valley or something, it doesn't usually make sense, just because, especially this year, where I had a week where I can't record when it launched, so obviously I'd be so late compared to everyone else that in a YouTube sense it wouldn't make sense to do. I just realized I bought liquid fertilizer and now I'm planting soybeans. I had no need for the liquid fertilizer. But yeah, I mean, that's why there wasn't a series on what Kinlag, whatever it's called. It looks like a beautiful map, I will say that. I know I saw couple people say that it was probably a little bit overpriced over the expansion, but some would probably argue is just right too. So I mean, obviously I can't be a judge of it because I have not personally played on it and I haven't seen what it's all about. So I haven't even bought the Season 2 pass yet. I'm sure at some point I'll get around to it, but I don't know. Yeah, after we're done here, we're going to be doing the canola planting. No, not canola planting. the canola harvest, and that is primarily because I want to get the Pursued Food Factory moved. Otherwise, I would have done the oats today, just because we're out in the multi-grain production, so we're not making cereal right now. Which is unfortunate, but that is, it seems to make more sense, just so we can get that production moving again and get it up and running. Then obviously it won't, next month we'll end up doing the oats, more than likely. And this has sat a little bit longer, so probably should be done first. And off we go. I'm going to have to not use the guidance lines on this first trip here. At least right next to the equipment, it appears. Goes off a little bit. This is a fairly long harvest from what I remember it being, at least. I seem to remember, didn't we, was it this time or time before we put lime on it? So it should be fairly good now. It's hard to remember just because canola takes, 10 months to grow, and it's been ready like 2 months now. So it's been a while since I've planted it, and obviously if I did put lime down, it's been a while to even remember that at this point. Alright, well, I think I'll probably just go ahead and start with time lapse. So I'll talk to everyone once the time lapse is done.
Hesitate, I gotta tell you, but I wanna wait. Never thought that feelings could disappear. Why the sorry never feels sincere, but you gotta hear. Mother's eyes, they faded fast and then we tripped the wire. Too many times I told you I believe there is nothing left for me, left to see. It's impossible, I can't seem to let you go. I try to reach you. It's so difficult, I can't seem to let you know. I'm sorry, baby, gonna have to let you down. I can't seem to let you go. I try to reach you. It's so difficult, I can't seem to let you know.
Alright, so we're just about done here with the canola harvest. As this is done, I will get the preserved food factory sold and placed down here by the sugar mill. Like I said, probably going to be the best spots, and it's away from, it's quite a ways away from the silo, so it shouldn't have any issues with that. If there is still issues, then yeah, I don't know what to do after that, but hopefully no. Hopefully that'll fix all the infinite materials, basically, that we're getting at the current moment. I know it kind of seems like I'm taking from this field, but it does kind of make the most sense of any of the fields to take from. I'm probably going to take away from the absolute largest one in this case. And considering I've already taken it, and I mean, I kind of blended in where it's not just going to be a random spot taking out of one of these other fields. I can take a larger spot out of this one. So I could put it on the other side too, I guess. I could place it either. I was going to put it right there, but I could put it right here, which might be better because in the grass, you know, I could load it up. And if I park on the grass, I'm not worried. If I park on, you know, that field, I'm likely to damage it. So might be best actually that way in that case. This is most definitely not going to take the whole thing, I don't think. Alright, let's get this. I am really clicking on the wrong things here. Let's get this sold. Alright, so we'll sell it. 164,000. 164,423. I believe that's what it was. And I will get it placed right down here. I'll probably move the trailer and stuff. I'm gonna get this actually put right in there. There's plenty of room back here. And we'll get the canola here started up again. I would imagine I've turned it off. I know, but I did not. I must have thought I was gonna get the harvest done sooner than I did. That's the only reason I would have kept it going. If I knew I was gonna get to it soon. That didn't happen. It's at like 2 months, but it is what it is, I guess. We'll get this parked in here, and then, like I said, I'll move the semi just a little bit more forward. Obviously, full trailer here. In total, we got like 61,000 liters. Kind of like a rough estimate on that one. That's not 100% on what we got, but let's see. It's quite expensive. I want to say it's 300,000. Oh, yep, right here. All right, let's see. Even if I put it here, I could still kind of go around. Obviously, my plan here was if I placed it here, you know, I'm not taking as much from the field. But if I put it here, it might be nice because I have the grass field here. So if I park stuff on here, then load it up, or you know, drive and I hit it or something, it's not going to be as big of a deal as hitting one of these fields. Obviously, if I put it here, if I drive all the way around, I'm taking out a decent chunk. I want to put this as close to the edge as I can. That way I can take the least amount I can. Put that right there. Of course, I'm going to have to readjust some things. All right, let's add that. 333. Was it 632? I think. 332 something. Where would I see that? Oh, no, it's 331. Yeah, I got that off. There we go. Alright, let's, I gotta do clearly some leveling. That is for certain. This is a lot lower than this. It's not gonna look great now, but then once you soften it, it'll kinda turn out just fine in the end then. As I said. Looks terrible at the beginning, but then once you kinda get it going, it doesn't look too bad then. And let's see, that's likely a gravel. Oh, let's get this here done too. This whole area back here softened. It's the same concrete, I believe, as that. It looks like it. I don't remember which one that was. All right. I think that should be enough room back there. Be able to drive around the whole way. Obviously, it can be adjusted in the future. There's nothing keeping it from being adjusted in the future. And round that out a little bit. Alright, that looks good. I'm going to drive by it real quick. Then I will actually turn on. I know this has been turned off actually for a little bit because I was trying to get this stuff kind of figured out. Let's get this auto moving. I'll turn it on and we'll go to this one. Yep, that one's already supposed to be moving. Let's make sure green beans, yep. So it should be moving over to that. It's the only place for it to go. And then there's going to be still obviously some peas that are kind of already spawned. I will have to load those up onto or into a trailer and bring them here. That's pretty flat. Pretty flat. So I will just quickly fast forward time to noon. That should be when it moves. We just made a good amount of money too. Preserved food factory. Let's see. There are peas in here. There's no green beans yet. Maybe it's because they're not on? This might be slightly bugged too for future reference, you know? There's a potential that these things might just be jammed in there, basically. Let's go right before 1. And then I will turn the arrows on and just see if it'll move. If they're active, I should say. Just to see if that doesn't do it, which is entirely possible. I might have to manually move it. Made another like $1,000. Yeah, that hasn't changed. So it might be bugged in that sense. So I will probably have to still move stuff over. There's some green beans in here. But that might have just been what was produced. Because this hasn't changed, I don't think. It's gone up, but nothing. No large amounts type of thing. This chances are that this amount was kind of in limbo, I guess. So the peas, I'm not worried about. More likely, we got plenty of free ones. The green beans, I will probably either. I think I can manually add stuff and take them out, I believe, if I go to the trigger. If I can do that, then I will likely just do that with the dev controls. Otherwise, I might have to go into the XML and move him. one of the two ways, I guess. Just so it kind of is even. But yeah, obviously we get this large semi-flat piece we can kind of do something with now if we wanted. Is this... No, that's 6 only. So that's not where the 6 or 7,000 liters are. I think, oh, that doesn't tell me. Which one's P... Which one's... Okay, current trigger. Fill level. Empty. Was it 40? It was 49,600. I'll call it that. We'll see if that, no, no. They have to do it on the other one too. It shows it's in here, yeah. I know these two being fairly close has caused issues with them kind of sharing stuff. Yeah. I will have to probably manually move those, I think. Via the XML. Because I can't take them out at least. So I'll at least at minimum have to take them out via the XML. If I can't find that production in there to move them to, then I will just add them via the dev mod. It'll be 49,000, give or, 49,000, what, 615, I think it was. I'll have to just get that stuff moved that way. I think that might be the only way, so. Next time when we are back in here, I should have all that stuff moved. And then hopefully this should all be good. We shouldn't have issues with stuff in limbo. Obviously the P's, I don't know what the 7,000 P's where those are. Actually, I'm willing to bet that's what I added in there. That's probably what I dumped into there, maybe. Anyways, that is about everything for today. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye.